What happened last time? Especially because half the
Please,
party
do
wasn't
tell.
here. You do a great recap, Rich.
Why don't you start and I'll fill in the hole?
All right, so we convince Keziah the bird and Benji the bear to give us some of his fur, perhaps a lost tooth or a claw, and to try to create some evidence that we have slain this creature. To go back to the clearing so that we can get our reward, they can escape and no longer be hunted by the Marquisat soldiers and mercenaries, and all things will end well. We got some corpses out of the trees to bring back with us to make it look like we brought back some of the mercenaries and recovered their bodies. We skinned one of them alive. Oh, he was already dead. We skinned him though. Stuck Benji's fur to his skin to make it look like it was a Benji pelt. And we went out and we covered ourselves in blood, and it was a scene. So we get back to.
Bitsy stabbed me in the liver.
Yes, that's right. We had to rough up Grumley to make it look like you fought Benji.
Clawed me in the face 3 times.
Yep.
Like Zorro style. It's like a bear would never do that.
Right. Our two companions were missing. They ran away from Benji for fear that he might go bloodlust again. And as we made our way back to the clearing, we signaled for help, and we found some guards that were on the outskirts of the town who told us that they would help us, having seen the state that we're in and the corpses that we had with us, but also that they captured 2 members of the Woodland Alliance, a chipmunk and a toad or a frog. Are you a toad or are you a frog?
A frog.
Okay. A chipmunk and a frog. 2 members of the Woodland Alliance. So we get into town. We convince the giant ram man that.
Uh-oh. Got to edit me stuff, 'cause it's on part 4 now. Unlock 4. There we go.
We did the job. He determined that we only brought back 10% of Benji's pelt and not his whole pelt. So instead of 5,000 gold pieces, we got 500, and then they took half in taxes. So now Booker has sworn to burn down the entire clearing. His new mortal enemy is taxes. So taxes, we'll see you in rude hell. Then after that, we decided we needed to. Oh, we also decided we were going to free the Woodland Alliance because we could bring them back to Benji and Keziah, and perhaps the Woodland Alliance would take them in so that they had a place to go, and Benji was very excited about becoming a murderous rage weapon of war. He was very excited. Oh, and it's also worth noting that Benji was living out there in the first place because even though he's the tallest, meanest creature we've ever seen in our lives, he was too small and too nice to be a barbarian. So he was excommunicated by his brothers and sisters, perhaps?
Yeah.
Okay, his family. They excommunicated him because he's too small and too nice.
Very sad.
So to get everybody out of the jail, to spring them from the clink, so to speak, we decided to team up with Nestor and help him get his groove back so that we could cook a fantastic feast for the Viscount?
The Viceroy.
The Viceroy. I knew it was not the Viscount, but I kept saying Viscount all week. The Viceroy. Because the Viceroy is going to have a magnificent last meal with these Woodland Alliance, alleged Woodland Alliance people before he hangs them all. Or she hangs them all. She hangs them all.
Absolutely.
So we go to Big Clucker's general store to buy all the supplies that we need for this feast.
And what was his name? The guy that ran the store?
I don't remember. To be honest with you, I don't.
Wasn't it Big Clucker? The Clucker.
That makes sense. That tracks. So Big Clucker owns Big Clucker's general store. And we bought everything that we needed there, including something to knock them out. We're going to drug. Our plan is to drug the Viceroy and any other potential Marquisate.
It was a very technical. It was It was like Xanax, Valium,
some shit. And and then we forged a document because we did not have the one that Hazel stole.
Right.
Nestor needed credentials to convince the Viceroy to hire us. So we forged the document. We had a really awesome 80s montage in the kitchen where we created all of the amazing things that we made. We made some sort of spider rangoon. Spider rangoon? Was it spider rangoon?
It was Snail Wellington.
Snail Wellington. I thought it was spider rangoon.
Maybe it was spider
Some
rangoon.
sort of a soup and then
Spider bangers and mash.
Spider
No, it
That's right.
deconstructed.
That's right.
Tarantula bangers and mash.
That's right, okay. I don't know why I thought it was rangoon. Maybe that's something from WoW. I'm thinking of like the spider
Yes,
cupcakes.
from Pandoria. There's some sort of
Anyway.
spider, yeah.
And then the dessert was going to be the royal honey over some sort of something or other. I can't really
A
remember.
trifle.
A bumbleberry trifle
Trifle.
with honey.
And and then Nestor stopped drinking, but he had bought like 452 airplane-sized bottles of bourbon, and because without telling us, so we spent all of our reward money basically on all of this.
And big clunkers.
And big buggers.
Including overpriced stationery.
Yeah,
that Bitsy bought.
I'm gonna make sure that we bar his front door before we burn the whole town down because he deserves to die too. And we learned that the secret ingredient for duck sauce is bourbon. So he bought all of the bourbon, and that's why he fell to the drink. So Nestor got his groove back, and we whipped up a delicious meal. And as we go, and we made sure to only poison the dishes that were plated in a certain order, so that the Viceroy and her goons would get the poisoned dishes. And as we walked out to serve these plates, we saw the members of the Woodland Alliance and our two missing companions who had been captured earlier in the session, and that is where we left off. I'll let you describe the Viceroy.
That was really good.
I thank you, I tried.
Hazel.
What?
Peggy. You sit at a grand banquet hall. Flanking on either side, Viceroy Buntilda, the leader of the clearing of Clip-Clop Crossing. You are trying to remember how you got into this situation. And the details are very fuzzy,
Get it?
as after being coated in cold stew by the crossbow bolt that Keziah had shot at Hazel, Hazel sprinted away and had gotten very distracted by a very clear trail of bumbleberries in the woods.
We had a bag of stew that exploded.
Oh, it was grumbling
Huh?
leftovers, right?
What?
You had that sack of it.
Oh, chimichangas. Okay, God, that did not sound like that at all.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
And you followed it. Ooh Bumbleberry, and off into the woods. And Peggy had noticed that you had wandered off and gotten very distracted while Bitsy, Grumley, and Booker dealt with the bear and the bird. And
And Grumbly and Bitsy were just there.
that's fair.
Alright, you're the muscle, man. That's why we you're the muscle.
And you were led to, you followed the trail until, unfortunately, you noticed too late that the forest floor opened up beneath you, and you fell into a large pit.
Oh no.
And were surrounded by bandits almost immediately. They had, and to much to Peggy's surprise, they had anti-magic maneuvers, which was just taking all of her stuff.
Send in the anti-wizard.
Taking all of her stuff. which they then
Can't stop me from getting naked.
That's true.
Can't stop that.
which and after realizing after hearing word from Pottsville that there was a group of vagabonds who had conducted quite the caper of creating Corn and Corn Alone Day and making away with quite a bit of coin and food. That the authorities of the nearby clearing would be very interested. You were turned over to the town guard, and the town guard ignored the caper and ignored the Corn and Corn Alone Day, and just presumed that as vagabonds, as these travelers, that you must be Woodlands members of the Woodland Alliance, and immediately arrested you. You were added to a chain gang, and while you were with your prisoners, you had seen in the other cell the fox girl that had stumbled into your camp, and you heard mutterings. Many of these people were so confused; they had no idea why they were being accused of being members of the rebels. You get the sense that most of them were probably just peasants that just weren't able to defend themselves and didn't have any way to get out of this situation. And you were then told that you would be offered a last meal, that you'd be dining with the Viceroy herself, and there would be a grand public execution for those that would not talk and give up secrets of the Woodland Alliance. And that that there would be carnival games, that there would be food stands at the public execution, that it was going to be quite the event. And that if you did not want to be executed, that you would spill the beans. It's at this point that you were then all dressed for dinner in very gaudy clothing, and brought together in a chain gang that wrapped around the entire table, and into a grand hall with all sorts of art from some centuries old, from the old Erie dynasty that had ruled Minas Palace well before the Marquisate had taken over. And as you sit chained, the Viceroy had eagerly awaited the meal from the butler had come in and whispered who had been replacing the previous crew to cook dinner, and it was the renowned chef Nestor Zappa from How About Dinner? How About Lunch, and also dinner.
Bitsy's the only one that knows the name.
Damn right.
How about dinner, but also breakfast?
Did somebody say
Did
tea?
somebody say
Someone
tea?
say tea and lunch. Something.
I might have it written.
Yeah, it's something.
Bitsy was the only one last time who knew it. Normally, I had no fucking idea.
No,
I tried to write it down, but I was like, Derek's got it.
Yeah, no, I just have Jawbone and St. Poltenheimer written.
Nice. He'll probably comment that he just said LOL. He's got it.
Yeah, Derek,
We need you. We
Derek.
Name of the
need
restaurant,
you.
Derek.
The name of the restaurant.
Lunch. How about dinner? Somebody say dessert.
I really.
What about tea? Some bullshit like that.
Somebody's made
Close enough.
close enough. Yeah.
Anyway, and you then see the doors open, and it's at this point, Booker and Grumley, you enter the grand hall and see the
What?
scene ahead of you. These prisoners all in a chain gang.
I don't know.
The Viceroy in her
But she said
elaborate
that
outfit, at the head, with a very large open
Heather just put a
space
towel
on the
over it if she
table
wanted to walk
for her
anywhere.
various
So
portions of the feast. And it's at this point that you look around and you realize that Bitsy's gotten distracted and has made her way back into the
That
kitchen.
doesn't seem like Betsy.
What does Bitsy say in this moment?
I think I heard one of those tarantulas back there telling me the secrets of the universe.
Very good.
I'm gonna go commune with it.
And Those fuckers can jump.
Everywhere.
And Bitsy's gone into the kitchen. And then Nestor, who has not been informed of this plan,
That's exactly what Bitsy said.
Nestor has not been informed of the plan, and his eyes are filling with tears. He still has the red headband from the '80s montage that you all did, and he looks at this is the greatest moment of my life, and I realize I've forgotten how to plate. You're my team. Can you help me out here? And so he turns to you, and you basically have free reign to do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, so I would say we are carrying out the plates at this point. I would say for sure we were very careful about how we lined up the dishes and which one we drugged, and definitely not trusting Bitsy and only half trusting Grumbly. I would take at least one or two. Again, we had some unnamed number of them, so didn't know how many other people we might need to drug.
Yeah.
Outside of the Viceroy, but I'm gonna make sure that the Viceroy gets the drug food.
Okay.
At the very least. Outside of that, I
she
don't give a
gets
shit.
5 portions, right?
Yeah, some crazy number of plates.
portions of drug food.
So I'm
And I
definitely
would just wait there and stare at Booker. I'm like, no, I just be a little off. Just like wait till we tell what to do.
Grumly, just grab some of the plates, start giving them to our lovely guests.
Wait. Which one?
Oh, no, any of them. Just start going right around the corner. I'll take care of the Viceroy.
They have their, Uggs tray or whatever.
No, I'll take care of that, Grumly. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Leave the rest to me.
Oh, sure. These are fine.
I've got everything. It's all right.
All right. Oh,
The
okay.
Viceroy has to eat first. She's the most important. And I'm gonna be like handing out the drug food to her. And,
The
like,
plump bunny will look at you and she's like, I'm starving! This looks delicious!
yes. Well, you have the most famous chef in all of the Dimwood here who prepared this meal for you, and so it's going to be nothing but
You
delicious.
okay over there?
I hope so. If not, I'll have your heads!
Oh, well, thank you, your Highness. Royalty.
Make a deception check.
Oh, shit.
I might be vice.
Oh no.
What?
I think I might be vice Matilda.
That'll be delicious, I think.
What's going on here? Sorry, I apologize. Gotta get my skill up. Deception starts
Yep.
with a D. Oh. I'd have to get a 1 to fuck this up. I got a 19, so that's gonna be a 30.
Okay. She says, this looks delicious! As she turns to both of you, as you're the closest prisoners on either side, as you see Booker walk up. And how would you react to Booker showing up in a chef's outfit?
I'm like trying not to make eye contact with them.
Hey! What are you talking about? It's Booker, right there. Who? See it? You got a booger in your nose? Booker! I'll get it for you if you want. No, I'm saying that. Shut your mouth, you're gonna get in trouble.
I'm here too, by the way. Oh, I mean, you don't know who I am.
You have a grumbly in your tumbly?
I have a grumbly in my tumblies too!
Ooh, we should eat. What?
You don't get to eat until I say you eat!
That's fair, I guess. Please. You first.
Hello.
Bye.
What's up?
I'm hungry.
Her eyes widen, almost maddeningly, as she looks at both
Can
of
I
you.
what?
And she says, because I am such a generous captor, I have provided you the most delicious last meal you will ever enjoy.
It does smell good.
As thanks, I expect all of the information on the Woodland Alliance that you have, and you might be spared.
Yeah, okay, so the biggest thing is that most of the high-end members of the Woodland Alliance are actually your guards and the people in your Rompoy. That's how they were able to get so many people in here. The majority of these people know nothing because they're not going to capture all of us. That would be silly. I'm a high-end ranking member, so you should probably kill me first. Unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. But most of these people are really stupid and they have nothing to do with it. So you should probably go through all of your gods and question them because I would say probably like 70 to 80% of them are actually your enemies.
Make a perception check. I mean, a persuasion check.
Oh, I don't even have dice out. Thanks.
That's pretty good. It's damn good.
Just keep it.
I mean, I have dice. You said
Persuasion.
persuasion. 16.
Nice.
16. Let me roll real quick. Her eyes widen, and she looks at you. Wow, really?
Yeah, you know, it was quite honestly was the easiest way we figured we could do it because then we take out a bunch of our enemies right under your nose and you wouldn't know anything at all, you know? So if we just infiltrated your court and filled it up with the Woodland Alliance, then we could get rid of everyone who sided with you and then you would be the easiest thing to take out at the end.
Well, there needs to be a trial, and do you have
I'm interested.
evidence?
No.
Evidence?
Valerie.
What is the word I'm looking for, Clank? And you hear
Oh, God.
as the massive sheep man enters the room and he says, evidence. Oh yes, evidence. Do we need evidence? And Clunk looks at her and he says, splendid!
Oh my goodness.
And all the guards are looking around at each other very nervously. And she turns to you and says, will you point out which ones are the traitorous rebels?
It's gonna be really hard for me to point them all out when they're wearing clothes.
Make a deception check.
Yeah.
I gotta cut this thing a better bit.
Almost.
I rolled a 3 and then a 5.
So
Or
close.
more.
Missed it by that much.
She leans in and says, that's ridiculous! They're dressed very well to be in my presence! Do you know how much it costs the taxpayers?
Yeah, but you know the thing is,
I don't really care. It's the taxpayers' money, not mine.
But see, the thing is, you know, how am I supposed to tell whether, you know, Guardsman Sean over there is actually Woodland Alliance Adam when he's wearing a helmet? I can't see his face.
Are you saying that there's special tattoos or something?
That would give everything away. You think we're stupid enough to do that? We gotta
That
take
would
our
be
arm for it.
evidence. She thinks for a moment.
Oh, all of this yelling sure he's hungry work, isn't it? Why don't you eat 5 portions of supper before you do that?
And perhaps maybe your enormous, scary goatman god would like to eat some food too.
Clunk, do you do executioning on a full stomach? He steps forward a little bit and says, I prefer to kill fasted.
No, it's really good. I mean, tell how good it is.
I mean, in all reality, this is some of the greatest food I've ever tasted in my entire life. You have to try it.
It's been everywhere.
It does look really good.
To every clearing.
Nestor knows his way around the kitchen, that's for sure. Nobody like Nestor.
Oh yes, no, I've wandered into many strange kitchens after being in the bar. I've been thrown out by me. I mean, I'm a graduate from Gordon Ramsay's prestigious.
I promise you, you'll never try another meal like this ever again.
Make a persuasion check. An advantage, because Grumley's helping you.
You can't. Yeah.
I got a, 29.
Twisted Red.
So do I just re-roll that one?
You'll have to take the low. You'll have to take the lowest regardless.
It's not red work.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
So do I just take the? Is it
No.
20?
You take the 20. Yeah.
The new roll.
Yeah.
I got a 31. Thank you, Michael.
Doesn't get better than that.
And this is my famous duck sauce. See the sauce on literally every course? That's duck sauce. When you put it like that, bottoms up!
Oh, it's even in the trough.
If that means that the goat Clunk
Yeah.
is looking to have a plate.
Clunk, I order you to not kill fasted. We have the Nestor.
Then why did you do it on purpose? Why?
They said you must not be rude to our chef. He is basically an executioner like you.
Here, allow me, please. And I go down to the end of the table where one of the most pathetic, peasant-looking, starving people is sitting there, and I lean over and I go, "I'm so sorry." And I take the dish from him, and as I'm walking to Clunk, I would like to,
I'm so hungry.
as stealthily as possible, take the rest of the drugs that Bitsy had us and just slip them under all the food. I mean, this is so much drugs that I'm putting in this one plate because this guy is like
I have a white shirt.
1,200. And so we sprinkled it amongst the Viceroy's food. I am using the rest of it. It's basically like a giant crack rock of drugs, like underneath the mash, next to the
Be
banners.
still.
And I will try
Be
to
still.
stealthily stick that in there as quickly as
So,
possible.
I mean, it's light of hand check. And so you actually pull out, like, literally, it looks like, it's like a full crack rock, but in an edible, food-grade paint, you see Big Clunker. and he says, it says nobody does drugs like Big Clunker.
All right, and the key to this one is called deconstructed bangers and mash. But the key is actually just to eat it all in one go, and it just
You're on.
constructs
Arm up.
as
Okay,
you eat
no.
it.
Arm straight out.
Another natural 20. 27 total for sleight of hand. Booker's on fire tonight.
You're able to do that very quickly, and as you approach him, his eyes narrow, and he says, "Don't I know you?"
God, I did it.
What, me? No, we've never met before in our lives.
Make a deception check at disadvantage.
There's certainly nobody in the Dimwood that has... I mean, there are tons of people in the Dimwood that have the exact same accent as I do. I'm certainly not a unique raccoon or anything. You said disadvantage?
Be still.
Deception?
Good
17.
Turn.
Oh no, insight. I gotta roll insight.
Okay.
I'm using it just a dread.
Son of a gun. So I will keep the 6.
No,
Reroll the high. Oh, you're gonna just...
I'm rolling.
Okay. Got it. 17.
I went from a 2 to a 7.
Very good.
Never seen me before in your life, friend.
And he looks at you, and
I mean...
the Viceroy says, "Clunk, what did I tell you about? You sit down and stop being offensive." And with that, he yelps a little bit, and he's very clearly actually afraid of the Viceroy.
Me too.
And he sits down and he takes the plate. And she then extends her arms and says, "I will reiterate my generous offer. You have the greatest meal of your life. And if you give up all of your allies, all of your friends and family, to be hanged at the carnival this evening, this will not be your last supper or
Arm straight.
You will die pleasantly at the very least. Well,
No.
Arm
Arm
I
straight.
really feel that my tongue gets loose once I've had a bite to eat.
oh, good point. Secrets are best spilled over dessert. Dig in.
All right, Brumley, just stand back and watch the mayhem.
I'm sitting at the table with my fork. Like,
And you see as the you had taken there's a very emaciated tiny vole
Yeah,
as you like oh no, with his chains are rattling.
Can I go into the kitchen and like pick up the tarantula and just like cut it into bring it out to him?
But he's like,
That's too silly? That's too silly?
I was just going
Yeah,
to
that would
learn how to get to the 17th level. I only had to pay 3 years' salary. Oh.
Okay, now like not down but forward.
I just totally ignore Bitsy.
As Bit sees opportunity to I'll find someone else to start a cult with. As you do that, and you just drop a smashed tarantula, and the vole starts to devour it.
the best I could do. I'm sorry. It's okay.
As Ness goes, oh, I can't wait to get the reaction. I'm going to look, and I can't wait for you to tell me how you love it. As you see the Viceroy Buntilda starts shoveling food into her face, and she
Where's my
takes
tablet?
a handful of bites for a couple seconds. Her eyes go wide. As Kalon turns and he looks and he's like,
Are you talking to me? What?
Today I had a bad day.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's like everyone was mean to me.
Well, that means you got a
Well,
money
was
back.
Lizzie
So is
mean
that
to
right?
you?
Charging us taxes.
Only one person wasn't.
Lizzie wasn't? That's good.
Yeah, only two people were.
Okay.
Remember the
See,
last
so
day
not
you
everybody
charge
was
people
mean to
taxes,
you.
deserve
And we were
more
nice to you,
than
too. Or were we mean to you?
FBI.
And
What?
so
When?
and the Viceroy that you were poisoning, right?
that. Assuming that
When?
they're the only marquee dot.
When you were being bad? Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be bad.
If there are guards there.
That's not being mean, that's just being a parent.
Fortunate for them, that wrong place, wrong time, friends. No, but we were definitely gonna try to avoid poisoning any of them.
Okay, baby.
That happens. As so both Clonk and Viceroy Buntilda just completely collapse, foam emerging from their mouths. As the guards all snap to attention, and they all turn to Ness. Oh, this was all me. I did all of the work. I played in everything, and
Yeah.
Can you at least put a light in my horse because I can't see?
there was no particular reason to do it on every
Hey,
point,
Truman.
except for the fact that it was so delicious.
Where's your lantern?
And the guards immediately raise their
Huh?
weapon and say,
And I'm gonna call
"Stop
out.
you!"
You know, if I were you, I'd get out of here right now.
Let her
because,
use your
she
lantern
now
tonight for
thinks
the
that at
fort,
least
okay?
80,
She
70
can't
to
see under there.
80% of you are
So-
with the Woodland Alliance, and she needs no evidence. She's gonna wake up eventually if you're still here. Those numbers aren't looking so good for you, fellas.
Make a evasion check. They look at you and they hesitate, and they pull out, and as they look, and they seem to they seem to be very clearly thinking about it. As after seeing that the Viceroy had very clearly been very willing to execute all of them, as they stop and they turn to you and say, "Well, if we can prove it was this guy, we'll put it all on him." And they go, "Oh, wait, no, what did I do? Did I do too much booze? Was it too much bourbon?" As the guards start to surrounding
While they're going after Nesta, look for the goat man's key ring. See if we can get the ladies out of here, and then also maybe get our gold back.
I'll look for the key.
Jet.
Well, you can take it to go. We have to get out of here. Quick, Brumley, go.
Oh, all right. And I'm gonna run over to Clunk's person, and I want to just look through this
Investigation check.
I'm like trying to see if my hands, my bound hands, can reach the viceroy's plate. They're just
No, don't
Okay,
do that.
yeah,
No.
do that. Dexterity contest between you two.
reaching as hard as I can.
Are you trying to stop her?
Oh, I was just telling her if I'm close enough, I would definitely try to slap the fork out of her hand.
Yeah.
Just dexterity.
19.
16.
Oh, you beat me, I think.
Welcome, Huntress Clarice.
Just straight up dex is.
Hello, Huntress Clarice.
Not very good. I got a 12, so I'm not able to stop her from doing what she wants to do.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Natural one.
You immediately lose consciousness as you get a morsel, and you take 14 points of poison damage. And Bitsy did not realize the sheer extent of what she had done. As you see Hazel slump forward into the deconstructed bangers and mash.
Son of a gun, there was food right on her own plate. She had to go for the viceroys. Unbelievable. Brumley, have you found the keys?
I'm looking. I rolled a 19. To look for the keys.
Oh yeah, you find it very quickly.
I want to look. I want to keep an eye on Nestor and like what's happening.
Poor Nestor.
He's holding up his hands like, oh no, I just was trying to live my dream as the real chef for the Viceroy. I didn't mean to use too much salt. Maybe it was a hard condition. I'm sorry. I just like my food salty. As they are closing in on him.
I will. Hey, Booker, take these, and I'll throw him the keys.
Why? What are you doing? No, we have to get out of here. We can't stick around here. What are you doing?
You're gonna free the prisoners, and I'm gonna save Nestor.
No. Nestor's what we call a patsy. He's a fall guy. We don't need him anymore.
No fall guy gets left behind.
Oh, sweet God above.
I just wanna start bum rushing for Nestor.
Okay, make I would say that they're approaching him and starting to surround him. We'll say we're gonna roll an athletics or acrobatic contest, and it's gonna be a group roll for the guards. And it's gonna be disadvantaged because you see that there's one leader that is very much unswayed, but a lot of them are after hearing what Peggy had to say, they're like, oh, she almost just tried to hang us. with no fair trial. This is pretty. The tackles are high. We're gonna run into a fair trial. Where's the place? And it's gonna be a natural too. What do you get? 26.
Hey guys,
You man.
time to put the animals up. We gotta put the animals up. Okay, guys.
I found denim.
Thank you.
Get Hammy.
Help each other.
Manage to after you throw the keys to Booker, you manage to just hunker down and dash, and you've
Oh,
never
that's
seen
my
a dog
foot.
move this fast. And you actually, it's like the lying scene of Timon and Pumbaa and the Lion King, and you actually are knocking guards out of the way as Nestor doesn't even any time to react as you basically tackle him. Oh, what's happening? Oh my goodness!
I get up and I say, now that's what I call duck pin bowling. And I turn around and all the guards. Jesus Christ. I turn around to the guards. And I say, don't make me use my chef's halberd. Stand down.
I will begin trying to unlock all of the manacles from all of the woodland lions.
I would say, so as that's happening, you are able to easily unlock it, and you see that on Clunk's person are all of Peggy's effects. As you see a bunch of horrible glowing vials and horrible experiments clowns and contraptions. As they all spill out, and you are able to free your companions.
Done. And I leave Hazel just sitting in the chair for now until we're ready to move.
You see that in the foam at Clunk's mouth, there's some blood in there.
Oh no. This is awful. Bitsy's a murderer. I can't believe she's done this. I also would like to check to see if he has any of our gold that he stole from us.
Make an investigation check.
Used all my good rolls. 12, 11.
11. You find a small pouch of gold on him.
I take
it. Looks like his personal gold
I take
collection.
It. And as I hold the gold up, I say, "There's a lesson here, Clunk. Taxes are bad." And I pocket the gold coin purse.
You see his eyes kind of like get cross-eyed, and like some blood starts to pour down his face.
You brought this on yourself, friend. And I will turn to the gang. All right, what do we do now? We gotta get out of here. And I'm like telling the peasants basically to just fucking run and like just get out and you know we can move together as a unit. Somebody's gotta carry Hazel.
As
I'm literally surrounded by guards.
yeah, grumbly surrounded by guards. As this lead one, as the other ones are kind of looking at each other. This lead guard who is he's dressed the most elegantly. You can tell that he's a cat, and he's very loyal. What?
I'm a cat.
He says,
That's pretty good.
he says, "You are an accomplice. You will be brought in and tried and hanged at the festivities this evening as well."
We're not accomplices, I'm just a sous chef. And I'm protecting my head chef. So I suggest you step down.
A real head chef.
How close am I to this person?
I would say you as close as you want to be.
Certainly from 30 feet.
120 feet.
Yes.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
see
It's
Dad.
really big. It's not that big.
Go.
I am going to. I give me a second to think about how I manage this.
Gibbers.
Well, I've got my stuff
Gibbers.
back. What would I have in my pack to make him very, very frightened?
You look really cheap on the mask.
This is my favorite
I'm
part.
gonna reach into my bag and pull out what
Angel,
clearly
this
looks
is
like
my
a
favorite
plastic
part
or
of
a
the
thing
day
in this
always.
place, like one of those super flimsy clown masks.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put it on my face. I'm gonna look to this man. I'm gonna go. No one's gonna get hanged here today, friend, but maybe you will. Look around you. You see
baby,
nothing but
Joe.
foes. You're the only one that's got enemies here. We're
Hey,
all
BB.
friends, and I'm gonna cast
Hello,
enemies abound.
sweetie. She's a good girl.
You
Yeah.
need to make an
She's a good
intelligence
girl.
saving throw.
Go run.
16.
Fucking fails. 14.
Yes, he loses the ability to distinguish friend from foe. Regarding all creatures it can see as enemies until the spell ends.
He turns, and as he sees the very cheap clown mask, it's like ill-fitting.
So Ainsley,
There's
You
trying
have
to
no,
think
you have
that
no
gonna make
chance
the
against the
Emerson
magic
inside
I've created for myself.
His eyes go wide, and he says, "I don't want to go to the circus, Father. Spooky clowns scare me! Spooky clowns!" And he turns as he has a horrible flashback, and he takes his sword and runs it through one of the guards. Oh my God! And blood splatters everywhere. And you see as one of the younger guards, "Okay, I've seen enough. I'm not going to be killed by a corrupt politician," and they all just start seizuring him.
I'm about to go to bed for the day.
Okay, baby. By the what?
I'm gonna, while this is happening, I'm gonna go over to Hazel, and I'm gonna grab her by her lapel, and I'm gonna be like, wake up, Hazel, we gotta go, wake up! And I'm shaking her violently.
Oh no! No,
I would say that you make a Constitution. I will say a little trigger a Constitution saving throw.
16.
16, that's enough. The DC was 15. As you are very sick, your tummy hurts. You're a little drunk from the duck sauce. But you are conscious and you're able to move.
that wasn't very good at all.
You ate off the wrong plate. We served your food specifically. Why did you eat the Viceroy's food?
I was just so hungry and I didn't see my plate.
It was right here. Get up, look around. Look at what in the nine hells is happening. And there's blood and sores and like
And
dead
I'm
people.
standing there with this mask askew on my face covered in blood.
Alright, Nixon, let's get the fuck out of here!
It's like the scene from Saving Private Ryan, but it's from Hazel's perspective. It's like going in and out. It's fuzzy, and there's like a clown egg standing over her. And there's one guy walking around with no arm. Like, and the blood stories like bleeding out of his mouth and eyes.
Actually, that does happen. As you see that there's a large carving knife. As you see that there's a mouse that, despite his small size, is actually incredibly muscular. As he looks forward and lunges for the carving knife and says, "Freedom!" And he lunges for the Viceroy and just cuts her throat. As he says, "Come on, yourselves, brothers!" And he starts throwing out knives and they turn on the guards. As a couple of prisoners who were actually within an alliance start stabbing the guards, and one goes into the kitchen as Bitsy is like, "Oh man, oh god, there's a fire! It's hot in here! It's hot in here! Oh god!" As she runs out and there's a massive eruption of flame from the kitchen as the whole room starts to catch fire.
This is the worst dinner I've ever been to.
We have to get up. We have to move.
Alright, you fucking drunk! Come on!
Hey, mister.
I'm pulling Nestor out with us.
We gotta go. I don't know how to get out of here.
I'd be dragging Hazel and saying, "Peggy, come on, we have to find a way out."
Just standing over them, breathing heavily. It's
Freedom! Death to tyrants!
the fire it's getting hot in here, so Peggy takes off all her clothes.
Oh god.
I'm kidding. I just don't give us comment.
Is there another? I would look for some sort of like staircase that's away from the kitchen, but not necessarily like the main door to this room.
Yeah, so you do see that there's a large door, and there's absolute chaos erupting, and and through the crowd, someone approaches you, as you see the fox girl approach you, and she says, "I knew you went with them. I knew you were one of us." As she pulls out one of these steak knives and hands them to you, it's like, "Join us."
What one of you? Let's not get hasty here. I mean, we're here to save you, but we're gonna get out of here.
This is going to be a beacon that will burn the entire town.
What? Whoa!
In the fires of freedom.
Hold on a second. Yeah, we're not burning anything. I mean, I did say I wanted to burn this clearing down because of the taxes. And they also
You will, yes.
What? Well, we gotta find a way out of here. I don't know if we want to get mixed up in this.
I think that's really more a figure of speech. Burning it all down.
No, we will burn it all to the ground.
Yeah.
Freedom for the damn wood.
Why don't you all just leave? Can you just leave?
As you see, as all of the guards are massacred at this point.
Oh, wow.
And the whole palace is starting to burn. There's absolute chaos all around you. As the members of there are very clearly completely innocent peasants who are looking around and they're absolutely terrified and like looking at you like, "What do we do?"
I would tell this fox girl before we make any moves. Listen, if for some reason that we get separated and we don't see you again, there's a small area south of this clearing, and I would tell her how to get to Benji and Keziah. You're gonna find a a very large bear and a really kind of very rude bird. But they want to join the Woodland Alliance. They can help you. You can find them and lead them to wherever you want to take them. Just in case we don't stay together.
I mean, we can't really stay in this clearing anymore.
No, we have to get the peasants out. Look how very confused and scared they are. Come, quickly. And I'm trying to find an
If you
exit.
find a trail of bumbleberry, don't follow it.
And she looks,
Follow it for a little while, but not as long as you'd like to.
and she looks at you and says,
What the?
"Thank you. My name is Ginger. Come to Stickerbrush." And she turns to the mouse and says, "Sean, we have a weapon of war."
Yes, a bear!
And then he kicks open the door, it flies open, and there's guards that start rushing in, and the members of the Woodland Alliance start fighting them and clashing them, very much leaving an opening for you as you're able to lead the actual peasants through the palace.
All right, yes, that sounds great. We'll see you in Stickerbrush. There's no way in hell we're going to Stickerbrush. Let's get the hell out of here.
I'm dragging Nestor.
As he
And
looks,
I'm walking slowly, covered in blood, wearing a mask. And that's it. That's all. I occasionally hop.
as Nestor says, like, "Well, this dream of mine turned out to be a nightmare." As he looks at his fire, there's blood, he's being carried by Grumley out. As he looks at
I grab Betsy and throw her over my other.
yeah, and she turns to Nestor, "Well, hi! Oh, hey, it's the creator! I knew that you would save us! I always knew the creator was gonna be intelligent enough to graduate Clown College."
It's like there's never left.
It's really.
As the Woodland Alliance fights their way through the palace, creating enough of a distraction where you hear that there had been guards
you have a
going
minute,
down
babe?
through these hallways, but the actual sound of violence
My
and
back
shouting
is
voices
so
and,
itchy.
and death to the Marquisade and death to the Marquise, freedom for the Dimwood, starts to draw all of the attention.
So there's like another hallway that's
Yes.
Hold on, so Andrew clearly says, "My DM is having us do an evil campaign. My first ever campaign. So I'm learning a lot."
We're the good guys. The taxes make me do it.
I did supposed to be. I did supposed to be this one.
Scratch it like it's hot. Scratch it like it's hot.
I was so close to hitting my
Go get it. That's fun.
But she does tarot card reading.
Cool.
It kind of sucks to a lot of her chat though.
Why?
She started streaming without any thoughts.
Yeah.
As Nestor looks at
80%
Dixie.
of her chat was saying, "You need Jesus. Jesus is Lord. Jesus
Yeah.
is King." Crap like that.
Yeah.
So as soon as she appointed a couple mods, which if I was on my computer, I would have told her to become a mod. But
Yeah.
as soon as she got a couple of mods on there, you just see comments just disappear.
Yeah. Nice. Nice.
As she says that, a tarantula crawled out from under her chef hat and skitters on top of Booker. And
Yeah, her character
he
Cool.
looks around and he looks at Peggy, he's like, "And the clown." And he reaches into his coat and he unscrews the last remaining airplane bottle of booze and he just downs the whole thing.
Well, that moment of clarity for Nestor is gone. He's hopeless.
Not what? What are they doing?
I'm kidding. We have to get out of here, please. I mean, we can't stay in this clearing.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I'd really like to get the gold that we earned, and I'd like to take
Not
it with us.
cool,
We have all of
guys.
these keys. We we should be able to fetch the gold, and then we can get out of here. We can go to any clearing we want.
What?
What?
Where's the gold?
We were robbed. We didn't get the money that we got for slaying the bear, all right?
That's terrible.
That's what I'm saying, because they're all evil, crooked crooks.
Well, we got some of it.
Yes, but I'll fill you in on the way.
I have a question.
Who?
Like, did you kill the bear?
Well, no, but we were,
Well, then why should you get money for killing a bear if you didn't actually do it?
because he didn't deserve to die. He was a good person.
He's a nice
I
bear.
thought he was pretty scary. Right, but they were paying you for killing a bear. So if you didn't kill a bear, why should they give you money?
We saved a life and we stole from these crooked crooks. It's all a win-win for me.
So where's the gold?
We're gonna go find it if there's time. I'm not gonna put these keys to no use. We're gonna put them to good use.
I think we should get next to like into the inn or something.
That's fine. We'll deal with it on the way. Let's just get out of here.
All right, lead the way.
We were just trying to find the fastest way out of this building.
I'm following Grumly, looking up at.
Mister, did you make a dessert course? No?
Oh, my dream is a nightmare filled with bloodshed and clowns.
Nothing? No?
You know, somehow I always knew it was gonna end this way. I don't know how I was so oddly specific in guessing a clown was gonna be involved. But just somehow I always knew. And you know, I didn't think that my dream was gonna be so political. I just wanted to make duck sauce.
Can't always get what we want, Nestor.
Chef Ramsay would be so disappointed.
Oh, to be fair, Nestor, he always is.
Oh, I know. I'm shocked I graduated.
I'm sure your
Me
bumble.
too.
I'm sure your bumbleberry trifle was good.
We'll never know. It's currently incinerated.
It was Bumblebear.
Oh,
It's terrible.
oh, terrible. Oh.
I like break every window.
Yeah, you're breaking the window.
Like, I look outside, not too high. Break the next window.
And you're going down, and there's very clear like a spiral. There's all sorts of staircases and ladders. This is built into a tree. This is a captured Erie palace that was the prize of the Marquisate. And
It's kind of like a dead tree already.
well, yeah, it's a dead tree. So it's a very ancient
Just
tree.
kindling.
Yeah, basically.
We're in a
basically,
giant
yeah.
Okay.
As you hear the screams of pain and the shouts of freedom, as you make your way through, the fire roars behind you. You break every window. There's priceless art all around you. That's going to be going up completely in flames. As you make your way through, and through the chaos, you're able to lead these terrified denizens who just like got mixed up, and for no reason, you managed to save all of them. As about half of them seem to actually be with an alliance, half did not. As you make your way out into the clearing, as the alarm bells are ringing, as the town guard is mobilizing, and you see this a large crowd gathering, as you see that mouse, the very muscular mouse that had been called Jean. Jean. He's a very mighty mouse. Yeah, exactly right. As he stands atop the gallows, as he takes, he's now found a saber of some kind. And he's slicing all of the ropes, and they start to torch it. As he says, "People, denizens of the Dimwood, denizens of Clicklock Crossing, we have brought an end to the tyranny of Viceroy Guntilda. Join us. Join the alliance of all of the woodland critters. Join us in our fight for freedom. We now have a weapon of war." And you start to see that townsfolk are looking around, and dozens of townsfolk leave the crowd. They have like churros, and like they have churros.
His mouse looks like this.
Yeah, he literally looks
He's
like
like one of Tengen and Zooey's mice.
Yeah.
You've seen it. It's
Oh, yeah.
he looks like one of these mice. I don't know if you can see it. It's probably not going to focus. I can post in the Discord.
I have to cover my face.
They're
Just put it here.
yeah. They're just very muscular, very flashy mice.
Oh, well, it's not.
Blind.
Okay. Well, you guys will just have to
Use your imagination.
You guys will just have to use your
We'll
imagination.
post it in Discord. As more and more people start to join the crowd, as a large crowd, as the guards all start to rush in, as the bells are clanging, many people, many denizens, many rabbits of this clearing, who had very clearly decided to join the Marquisat in the tavern, and perhaps because that they needed a job, they needed money to bring home for the family. They look at the massive crowd, the growing crowd of these members of the Woodland Alliance, and they're just like, this is worth it. And they're dropping their swords and just backing up. And the massive swarm of the crowd starts flooding out of the city in the direction of Keziah and Benji, as you see them leave the main town, as the large clock tower gongs, as chaos is in the city.
I think your plan of getting Nestor back to the inn at the very least is a good one to start, and then we have to figure out where we're going.
I mean, I almost feel like we should just have them take him with them. I mean, what's he gonna do? He was, witness to be a part of it. I mean, I guess there are only witnesses left.
Oh boy, well that's a good point. I don't know. I feel like, I don't feel like anybody involved should really stay here. I don't know. Is he gonna go with him? Is he gonna be all right with that? Are they gonna take a drunk? Clearly, he's fall right off the wagon.
What do you think, Nestor? You drunk?
Oh, my dream. Oh, woe is Nestor. My life, how silly it was to think that a duck like me could ever get his groove back.
All right, Nestor, I'm gonna need you to focus. All right, dreams are over. The dimwood is on fire. I need you to focus here and make a decision.
Oh, to make a decision, such a monumental decision.
Well, it's one that if you don't make the right choice, too, you're probably gonna die.
I don't think that's helping him.
But it's the reality of the situation. He's gotta wake up here.
Why don't you just tell him what to do? I don't think he'll fight.
Why fight? In the end, it's all just burning trees, dead butlers, and a scary, spooky clown. Oh.
Nestor, where one dream burns, another dream can be born from the ashes.
I'm gonna walk up to Nestor, covered in blood with my clown mask still on. I'm gonna lean over him.
Nestor, if you don't get your shit together and stop drinking, I'm gonna come to you every night in your sleep.
Oh no! Wait, you sound just like that pair of really strange frogs that I met at the tavern with taking off her clothes. You're very clearly a flesh-eating monster who eats critters and then has mimicry abilities.
And the only kind of monsters that I eat are the drunken ones. I like to taste the alcohol in their blood.
Oh.
Sober up, go back to Gordon Ramsay's, and get a new degree.
I didn't really work out at all.
Shut up.
Make an intimidation check.
New follower.
Woo! Hey, thank you for following. Barely paying attention over here.
14. That's not terrible.
Thank you, Stargirl9967.
Even after
Hope you're having a great
right,
night.
I don't have a degree. This is fraudulent. Look, you can see big clunkers thumb right here.
Nestor, you watched me make that.
Oh, I did. I'm a fraud. Maybe I should go back to school and get into architecture or something.
Well, I think...
You know what? I think I'm going to be an accountant.
Well, hold on. I think the monster that ate both Peggies makes a good point. And Grumley started to make a very good speech that was very reminiscent of something that I might say. But look, if this doesn't work out and maybe you still want to cook, it's very possible the Woodland Alliance could use a talent like yours. They need to eat just like everyone else.
That's true. Everybody needs to eat. I could eat right now.
Oh, would you like some of the duck sauce that
It's
we
really not the
made.
time for that,
I
Nestor. We need
still
you to
have
focus.
some. Here
No,
you
I don't think
go.
that's a good idea. Hazel, no!
They clapped on me. Oh, that was the last of my duck sauce. Oh, man.
You can have a new dream of freeing the woodlands from the Marquis and the Erie and, you know, independence or community or whatever they believe in. You know, sort of give you something to live for.
We're gonna be honest, we really don't care what you do. You just gotta make a decision quick. I mean, things are literally on fire here.
You hear the ringing of the fire squadrons as they're like a bunch of cats and rabbits with buckets of water. Like,
Look, Nestor, I know we've been through a lot, but you are just a minor part of our lives. And look, maybe our paths will cross again, but I hope they don't, and I don't think they will.
oh, I am a minor part of my own life. We're all just specks in the grand.
This guy is depressing.
Green.
I really thought he was gonna turn around. This got dark.
Can we see like an actual crowd running into the woods?
Holy crap.
Yeah. They're all running off
Baby.
into the woods.
All right, I'm
That
making an
thing's freaking
executive
huge.
decision. Here we go. Let's go. Follow me.
Don't scare it over here.
And I'm gonna
I don't know. Ah!
You see many of them are like carrying large pots of
Ooh!
honey. They're breaking
Ooh, it
in
is a
and, like,
spider.
stealing from the,
It looks like a
the
wolf spider.
apiaries and the bakeries.
Hey, I don't know. I don't know what. I don't have anything to kill it with. It has a big booty. Does that mean it's pregnant? Where's the broom?
You see.
His name is Sean.
My name is Sean.
Oh! No! Ah!
I'll go with it.
That's all that's baby.
I'll be back. No.
That's all that's baby.
No!
Get that spray right there. Get that spray right there.
Mother, that had
Watch out, there's all kinds of baby spiders.
and she joins the crowd. And you hear the part of the recess and it says,
Oh my god! Over there! Over there! No! The kittens are scared crap. Oh my god, it's going into the kitten cage, babe!
Do you mind looking after a wayward soul?
There!
Who really needs some guidance in life and really some purpose? And, you know, burning down the whole thing, it's a pretty noble purpose, I guess, depending on who you ask.
And to be fair, he's a very, very good cook when he's not cooking. And another thing, I'm not a pervert, I'm just a raccoon. Yes, they are.
Jesus Christ!
Unbelievable. Yes, like all people.
That's one thing I did never want to happen in real life.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my god!
Take this to get him away from us.
As soon as you plug it, I saw.
People that are not us.
Oh no!
It's like,
Oh my god!
Teaching the ways of
So if y'all missed it,
Specifically people that are not us.
And so I'm gonna like tie
don't sweep it toward me! Don't sweep it toward me! What are you
calm
doing?
yourself.
the rabbit mother.
So I could just do it.
Oh my god!
People on your street are scared.
Saw a spider.
That would be great.
It had a really fat butt. So I was like, oh god, that means it's pregnant, I think. No. When I swept it toward my husband, babies went everywhere. And I think we got them all. I don't know, but yeah. No, get out. Why would you do that to me? So I believe the spider and her ilk have been vanquished. Okay, back to the stream anyway.
15. Okay.
Jesus
she
Christ.
looks and she glares at Booker and looks at Nestor and says,
I need to write down what time it was. That would make a very good clip.
You could get assassinated.
Let's see.
I guess I could join the revolution. Mate, I'm gonna be an accountant.
I knew as soon as we said anything about spiders, everybody would start screaming. See, that's a wolf spider, is it not? Yeah. Huh? I know, but I don't want it all in the house. There were a ton of babies.
No babies, they'll run out.
Whatever fate awaits me doesn't really matter.
Stop! You're gonna make me guys.
Like you did.
And she just looks
Oh,
and says,
yay.
I haven't had a well-cooked meal in a long time. Oh,
You are not. Oh, Jesus Christ. So there's going to be a scream.
it's my fault for life coming back to me.
He's pranking the
to find
kids.
purpose. Oh no, they were just a cough.
I thought he was gonna vomit.
Oh, Lord help us. We're going to have kids having nightmares about spiders tonight.
As he turns to you and says,
Where? So what? Hey, wait. So where was Truman in this whole situation? Mr. Scared of spiders. I don't think you're so scared of spiders.
Congratulations.
Okay, good.
I don't know, you tell me.
I lost a few seasons.
Good luck. Don't, in the revolt, don't die. Watch out for cats. Watch out for dogs, I hate to say it.
Oh, the dog right there. There's two of them.
Go away now.
Well said,
I feel
Conrad.
creepy crawling now.
Well said.
Goodbye, friend. Oh, tell old Bo that I'm sorry for vomiting so much in his inn.
As they're retreating into the woods. We won't.
Can you repay him for all of the lost business? I think he has grounds for a lawsuit, and I'd rather avoid that.
No, we can't. Goodbye.
I can't.
We're freaking out everything is, guys.
And that's the last you ever see that.
God, that's over. Jesus. Unbelievable. I never thought we were going to get that guy out of our hair.
Alright, so you want to get this tax money?
Yeah, I really do. I mean, I feel like we're going to be unimpeded at this point, and the money's ours. We might as well take it. They don't need it anymore. They're dead. All right, let's go. That's exactly right.
Lead the way.
And then we got to figure out where we're going to go. And I'll go to where I remember seeing this box that he
I've never seen.
had locked up.
Yeah.
Oh, little girl's climbing so high on a couch.
A government building. It was.
Oof.
There isn't really a mayor in this town. The clearing.
I think we scared the kittens too. Don't start that.
The viceroy.
I think we scared the kittens
But
too.
there was basically kind of like the town's government building.
That is assuming that as we're approaching this building, it is just complete and utter chaos, and we feel like we can walk in it.
I will say that there is complete and utter chaos. And it seems like
They
the
were
guard
probably
presence
straight up
is,
sleeping too. Oh, jeez.
has been lowered, but it does seem as if there are a handful of guards. The collected tax is being very.
Yeah, I've never seen some little girls climb so high up a couch.
Here are very old, like crowding. I'm like, man, maybe we get to finally skim a little bit off the top.
Oh, finally.
I have to be honest, I wasn't expecting any resistance. I really don't want to have this come to blows over some gold pieces. If they are rightfully ours.
That's the thing. If the cat, it would come out right when the cats were put out.
For some gold.
Well, we could just tell them to leave, be real scary like. Or convincing.
And then if it devolves into a fight, Peggy will turn them into liquid goo.
Why don't we just tell them that the fire has spread to the building and they've got to evacuate?
I don't know. I just don't want to do anything that's going to cause us to come to fisticuffs, if you will.
Oh, what if we don't have to pretend there's a fire and just have Peggy make a fire?
Yeah, Peggy, make it. Well,
I
Can we
turn
scale
to my
down?
head, slowly turn.
Huh?
Still wearing the clown mask.
Yeah.
The blood is crusted all over my body.
Maybe we don't need to
Why do you say that?
We can just pop it inside.
Did she say her cat kills bugs?
Again, it's not worth it. It's not worth
Yeah.
causing more mayhem and death and destruction over some gold. I mean, we need to get out of here. It's more important. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I certainly just don't want to tussle over some gold pieces. It's not worth it.
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking it like
It's a lot of hard work.
we're kind of broke now. We should have, spend all our money thanks to Nestor.
Well, I mean, there's always more clearings and there are always more people to trick. I just don't want to get in a fight over gold. But we've seen enough death today.
We could just back it down. Walk it back. Tone it down. Bump it from like 11 to 4.
What's that?
I don't think it's mad, just run.
Just, okay. I thought maybe instead of,
I want to feel like
maybe
stuff is
a dagger in the
crawling on
kneecap
me.
or something.
I know, that's still like a high 7.
Huh?
Good to know. We're working on the scale here. All right.
I know it isn't, but my body doesn't know it isn't.
Usually how we do things around here. Do we want the gold or not?
Well, I got gold, yeah, but I also like the queen's apiary. Is that
What?
it?
Yes, yeah. There's like a whole honey vault, like,
Well, the honey's probably completely unguarded. I mean, they care about the gold, not so much the honey. Saw people leaving taking all the honey there was. They could be gone by the time we get back there.
What? I didn't.
Poor Hazel.
I didn't get to taste the queen's honey. I need to go now.
Maybe on the way out we can see if there's any left. In the honey vault.
All in favor of
twitching.
all in favor of stealing the money, even if it means murdering these guards. Hands up.
Just do it quick, yeah.
All right, we've got two. Brumley, what do you said I know?
Well, I don't want to murder anybody.
Yeah, me neither.
I didn't hear that. Oh, I've got honey on the brain.
I think we can do without murder. So I think we do it.
All right, well, that's 3 against 1. I guess I'll just vote so that way I don't look like the weird one. We're all unanimous.
Boy. So where is it?
Give me 1 second. Jim, make like a wall so that I can be hidden and have privacy.
I'll try to stand in front of Brumley, but he's 3 times as wide as I am.
There's apparently some PAX Unplugged news in the convention section.
Ooh.
So maybe we take a quick breath.
Yeah, let's take a coffee break.
Yeah.
Great.
You ready?
Yeah, I suppose so. I'm gonna get back to it. Oh, he's changing. That's right.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We needed some privacy.
I shove on my dirty ancient cat tabard, my Marquisat tabard from my past life.
okay, I'm ready. You can step aside.
All right, we'll back you up. Everything you're gonna be able to handle this. What are you gonna tell them?
I'm gonna go order them to go help with this chaos. You're just standing here guarding a government building.
All right, so you're gonna tell them that we're changing of the guard, so to speak.
No, I'm gonna tell them what are they doing when there's chaos. They should be helping with the fire,
I
trying
see.
to capture the people leaving the clearing.
So you're gonna take a commanding route.
I'm gonna be very angry and hopefully intimidate them into letting us free.
All right, well, just know that I'm here and I've got your back every step of the way, and you're an inspiration. So 1d8.
I think shaming them is a really good route to go.
Oh, that was a route to go. That's pretty meta.
What is that?
Oi! You guards, what are you doing here?
I'm gonna walk up. You will see that they're 2 guards, both rabbits. They snap to attention and they see a dog approaching them, and I would say that just being a dog in this clearing, they just presume that you are from New Felicia. And they will say, "Oh, we are protecting the government headquarters."
I am Sir Grumley of New Felicia, high-ranking military official of the Marquis Shop, and I must ask you, soldiers, what are you doing guarding this building when the palace is on fire and there are rebels escaping into the woods? Civilians are dying in the streets, being cut down by these vigilantes.
Now we are here under explicit orders from the government accountant.
And who does the government accountant report to?
The viceroy, and we hear that she's dead.
Exactly right. Dead. You know who I report to? The Marquis.
Oh.
In and I'm passing orders down straight from the Marquise herself. The Marquise de Cat.
Oh, that sounds very fancy.
And she orders you to leave your posts, screw what the accountant says, and go help with the chaos.
Make
Or else.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh, pretty good. You might as well use it. Even if you fail, you get to keep it.
Oh, that's right.
10 minutes.
Intimidation. That's a 24.
They'll look at you and they look back and forth at each other, and they just say, "Well, you'll explain it to the accountant, right?"
Yeah, don't worry about that. I'll go in there and I'll explain very kindly where you two went off.
Well, thank you. We'll help. And they'll look. Just don't tell the Marquise.
If you don't go now, I have an inkling with Jetta.
As they scamper off.
That was really good.
I can't believe you guarding an accountant. Maybe he's someone that I could be convinced to kill, Booker.
Well, we can see what happens when we get in there. I'm gonna try the door handle. Wait, is there a door?
There's a door, yeah.
I'm trying to see the door, see if it's unlocked.
Oh, it's unlocked, yeah.
Okay, I open it up.
Yeah, you open it up, and there's a small little entryway, and you hear from down the hall and around the corner, which is in the direction where you had gotten your gold from Clunk. There's the sound of clinking metal and like joyous, almost like childlike laughter.
Well, that was really well done, by the way. Nice job, you got us in here. Do we have to go past or towards that sound to get to where the strong box is?
Are you asking me or?
Yes. I'm asking. I'm out of character, but I just like to stay in the voice.
Basically, to go down the hall and around the corner is where you know the strong box is where the till was.
And that's where the laughing.
That's where the laughing's coming.
I assume somebody's joking in there.
All right. Well, I wonder if that's the accountant. You think we can just deal with him and take the money? Well, let's not kill him immediately. All right. Just hold on there, insane clown bossy.
You know, I've always wondered, how do magnets work?
I thought you invented those.
I invented magic, not magnets.
Oh, I thought it was all the same sort of thing. They kind of sound similar. You know, magnets,
How do
magic.
they work?
All right, I'll lead the way.
Oh, I'll give it.
I lead the way towards where I remember the strong box being.
You turn the corner, and you see that there's no guards in this room, as you see the glint of gold, as spread out all over this table are just piles and piles of gold. The strong box that you had gotten the gold from Clunk is open, and it's still filled to the brim. And you see that there is a vault, or rather a heavily padlocked door behind this table, and basically Scrooge McDucking. And like counting the coins and throwing them around is a very, very
Spitting them up in the air.
Is a very, very well dressed, buttoned up, yes, plump looking a gerbil.
Mother-in-law.
Or not a gerbil, a shrew. As he seems to be about middle aged, very well dressed. Finally. And he's so focused on the gold that he doesn't notice you come in.
All right, let me handle this. We won't kill him unless he poses any kind of threat or something like that. All right, all right.
Well, otherwise, sir,
Yeah. We'll unleash the monster that ate both babies.
That's a pretty cool monster name.
And
Just a monster to make fun of Peggy's.
we'll keep that in our back pocket. I'm sure we can use that for something. Hey, you!
No! As you see, as the shrew looks at you, and that he's very that he's wearing like a tie that's too tight around his neck, and he's kind of bulging out of it a little bit. And he looks at you, and his eyes are wide, and says, "How do you get past the guards?"
We are the gods now.
Oh, well then guard me.
From ourselves?
Government accountant Reynolds tells you to get out of here.
That's not gonna
Give a
work,
little
friend.
name tag.
Yeah, it literally is a name tag. It says Reynolds.
Government accountant Reynolds. That's your name?
Yes.
Well,
It
listen,
is.
well, listen here, government accountant Reynolds.
No one gives me any respect, and now that what the fuck is her name? The viceroy is dead, and Reynolds now is in charge of all of the taxes.
The what?
All of the gold. It isn't taxes. It's just.
Listen here. We've come to take what's ours, and not anymore. Mostly because after we're carrying 5,000 gold pieces, it's gonna be hard to carry anything else other than that. But we're gonna take those 5,000 gold pieces, and you're not gonna stop us, because they're rightfully ours.
Don't you care about the sanctity of a government bureaucrat's title?
I can't think of a single thing on this planet that I think of worse. Lower than dirt.
Don't hurt me, but please don't take my gold. No one gives me any respect, but now they will. Oh, I just wanted to be respected.
Listen,
and have gold.
This doesn't have to come down to blood, but if it does, my friend Grumley here will rip you in two. Peggy will reduce you to nothing but atoms. And
That's Peggy.
And Hazel will probably chew on your bones because she's this weird glutton.
I'm kind of hungry.
She's a weird glutton.
So this doesn't have to be bad. We just want the 5,000 gold pieces and we'll be on our way.
You won't even miss it. I mean, look how much gold you have there. It's really not even fair that you have all that gold.
And I just want to be clear, we're only taking the 5,000 because we can't carry any more.
Look how much gold I have. That's no gold compared to your entire swimming pool phone.
Well, I don't want to give up the gold. Well, I guess I can. You're right. Old Reynolds doesn't need any of this gold. Reynolds never gets any respect, and he starts walking closer to you. I need to make a dexterity saving for all of you. As he reaches into his pocket and throws sand at you.
Pocket sand.
Son of a bitch.
Pocket sand.
Dexterity saving throw, you say?
Yep.
Oh no.
20.
Okay, you're able to dodge.
17.
17, okay, that's enough.
Well, no, so we're all within 10 feet, right?
Yeah.
Everyone adds an extra +4.
Oh, then I got a 21.
24.
19.
22.
The sand just flutters down around us and we don't move. We don't even flinch.
Yeah, he chucks it, and you don't even have to move, and you see he throws sand, and there's a little clump, and it's falls on the ground.
What the hell was that?
I know that is not a good decision for you, friend.
Beautiful Reynolds Shrew singing voice. Me, 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 me. And he just runs out of the room, carrying a handful of gold.
All right, fine. You're not worth our trouble. Let him go. Let's grab as much of this gold as we can and get the hell out of here. All right, we gotta get out of Dodge. This whole clearing's going to hell.
We're morally obligated to take as much as we can physically carry.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Tax dollars.
I'm just waiting for the god of this world to tell us how much my little raccoon arms can carry.
That whole interaction made me a little bit sad.
He was pretty pathetic.
Well, you still have plenty of gold to come back to once we're done.
Yeah, you just didn't even have to remind
I
me
light a
of that.
match.
Peggy, no!
Just hold it.
Clown, Peggy, no!
What are you implying, Peggy?
What are you going to do with that match, Peggy?
gonna light a fire.
No, Peggy. Peggy, no.
And I think all the angry peasants have that covered.
I'm gonna help to get it started here, so he has nothing to come back to. You try and throw sand in my face when I'm wearing a bloody clown mask?
I was gonna stick to
Really? And then you have the audacity to sing that song when you run past me? Ow, ow, it burned my fucking fingers. I gotta light another match.
You need 1 point of fire damage.
I will.
I'm gonna start just filling my pack
Yeah,
in my
put
pockets
as much
with
gold as I
gold
can
as I
carry.
can.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, I'll say you're easily able to carry amongst you 10,000 gold pieces.
You know what? I'm gonna take 2 points of fire damage because I'll let the second one burn my finger too.
Okay.
It's very good of you, Peggy. Are we doing? Or should I track like?
Whatever.
I just let Booker track the money.
Oh, that's terrible. I don't want to be involved with that at all. That sounds like the worst. Okay.
You should hire a counter Reynolds.
We officially have 10,000 gold pieces.
That's government accountant Reynolds.
It's all evenly split amongst all of us.
Government accountant Reynolds is joining the rebels. No, he doesn't. You don't know where government accountant Reynolds has gone off to. As it sounds like the bells are ringing as order is starting to be restored.
God, I'm gonna miss the honey.
Fine. We have to get out of here anyway. Let's go past the honey. Let's get to the edge of the clearing. Then we gotta decide where we're going. We can't stay here. We gotta find another clearing.
I swear before I get out of this 2,000 gold pieces and I don't get a drop of honey, I'm gonna freak out.
I take my halberd and just stick it through the nearest window and just kind of.
Easy, quick getaway.
There's like a door right next to it.
Let's go.
Good thinking.
I'll use the door. Just walk out.
Oh,
You're like bleeding.
You're like that TikTok of the pug that gets stuck in the doggy door.
The window is actually considerably narrower than you can fit through. And
Probably. What are you doing? You're wasting time.
doing the quickest. It's all glass shards.
I'm trying to pull you out.
Are you stuck?
It's in my bear claw.
I'm gonna hop around. I'm gonna help Booker. I'm gonna try to pull Curly out. I'm gonna go through the door and push him from the other side.
in true Winnie the Pooh fashion, which is now come after me, mouse. You can't be shit. In true Winnie the Pooh fashion, you heave and you pull and finally with a pop, Grumbly is pulled out of the window.
Oh, bother.
Alright. To the aviary and then to the edge of the forest.
Okay, let's go.
And I'm like dragging you like a little kid at Disney trying to get to the ride.
You can't say that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Schmissy.
And there's a giant mouse. What are you just fucking saying?
The old cat of 9.
You get my hand out of your fucking mouth, scum!
This territory, we're trying here, right?
They got their hands full. We're fine.
Buddy. They got the attorneys already.
It's working! It's working!
God, good lord. Oh my god.
Please make this the next day.
Did I see you infringing on my fucking property?
Oh no, he owns the tax house.
Yeah, he's a bloody bat.
Oh my
Spiked.
god.
Jesus.
You don't actually see that.
He's saving that for the BP.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
We run to the apiary to see if we can salvage any of this honey for poor Hazel.
So you make your way to the Queen's apiary, and so you know that this is a very, or at least it was, heavily fortified almost like a fortress of garden hedges, and you had heard lots of buzzing, and you can smell the honey in the air. As you can tell it's incredibly sweet.
Is
And
honey flammable?
I don't know.
It's made of sugar.
Should be.
I mean, it would caramelize, right? I was thinking, the first thing I thought of is that if there was a lot of fire and smoke in the air, the bees would probably be taking a nap.
Oh.
That's how they you smoke the hives before you go in and harvest the honey.
I love that.
Yeah. I tried to make it less gruesome, like all the bees are dead.
Honey is not flammable, but it does catch fire easily.
What? Isn't that the definition of flammable?
From Firefighter Insider.
Do you guys ever think that, like, trees, they're not that flammable, like, they
Oh my
catch on
gosh. Oh my gosh. So Peggy wanted to search and see, or Nikki went to search and see if honey was flammable. And it said, honey is not flammable, but it catches on fire easily. It's like, isn't that the definition of flammable? Right there. So they're all laughing about it. They're like, yeah, trees aren't flammable, but they catch on fire easily. Oh my god.
Oh, man. I mean, does that mean that we're not flammable?
Like, does that mean that, like, I do catch on fire easily, but I'm flameproof?
There's an old wood shop, and he's smoking something. He's smoking a pipe, and he says, "Hey man, you ever notice how honey is inflammable, but it catches on fire easily?"
Who are you? Your pal?
I hope his name is Tyler.
Just loafing here with the town in chaos?
Yeah, no, my name is Zyler.
It could be.
That's a pretty interesting name.
But then Alexa answers from Amazon, pure honey is flammable due to having no water content. This is a good way to test if you're buying pure honey or fake honey. I'm gonna go light all our honey on fire.
Don't you dare.
Isn't that why you need
So it says pure honey is flammable because it has no water
I don't know,
content.
because the firefighters are telling me that honey is not technically flammable, but it does catch fire easily. So I don't know.
It's not flammable, but
He inhales very deeply.
No,
and
the-
says, Alexa, this
Yeah,
is so sad.
I don't know. I don't know.
They just start singing dead.
Oh, look at it. You see a shrew that come out and say, me, 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 me.
Go away, Ronald!
It's Alexa. It's Alexa.
No, I'm Reynolds' twin sister.
Alexa! Alexa, what's the weather today?
And she runs away.
Alexa, is honey flammable?
Oh, we're probably setting off people. Alexa!
Alexa, drain bank account into Legends of Evantris Vault.
Alexa, order a 55-gallon drum of water-based lubricant.
Oh god.
Or my personal favorite, Alexa, play fart noises.
It's actually pretty good.
It's really good.
There'd be like a slight pause, and then she's like,
That was a wet one.
it's really fucking weird.
Sorry, Polly. And everybody else.
Anything else?
Well, thank you, Alexa.
And you make your way up to the apiary, and you see that there are lots of very large honeybees that, through the smoke, as it is wafting through the air, are on the ground, and they seem a little drowsy. As it seems to be, and it has once been heavily guarded with large towers of trees built all around this place. You can hear very slight buzzing, but it seems as if many of the guards have been drawn elsewhere.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's like me in a candy store.
time in the world here.
I just kind of tiptoe through the bees and find my way.
Make a perception check for me. At disadvantage.
Uh-oh. It's an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you actually see that there's a large, it almost looks like a cartoonish like yellow hive, and it's dripping with this gold, shimmering orangey gold honey. It looks like a precious metal, as it's like the it's like in Winnie the Pooh. You hear, ha, what thing? What did I fucking say?
Stop dropping my titles.
As it's dripping down like from the Winnie the Pooh scene where he gets into the tree, and it's just a beautiful treasure trove, and it smells absolutely divine.
Gosh, it smells divine.
Do you have any like vessels to use?
Surely you have some sort of a pot that you could put honey in, like a honey pot.
Do I have a pot? I don't know.
Hazel, what's wrong with your face?
Like 8 million jars.
I would say you have a very round plump. It says honey, Hunny on it. Yeah.
Are there bees in here?
You don't see any bees immediately. Hazel's in the lead here. Yeah, there were some that have been crawling around sleepily.
I Twitter says Hazel gets $2.
Yeah. You're a hungry girl.
Yeah, so I would pull out my honey pot from, because I had stolen honey from something else too.
Yeah.
So like my empty pot that I had from that, because I think I gave the rest of that to Benji. I would take that out. I would take I'd dump out my water sack and prepare to fill that with honey. I'd be getting my pockets ready for honey, anything that I could put honey into.
Yeah.
When you leave the apiary, you're just be like.
Basically, yeah. And as I'm trying to fill this, I would scoop some and one for you and one for me. And scoop some and into my mouth and into the pot and into my pocket and into my mouth and
Yeah. So you see Hazel dive in and she's scooping up the honey, and in this this strange space, there's kind of a strange echoing as you can hear the sound moves weirdly. Bouncing off of this thick gooping honey that is a strange, very thick consistency, and the three of you can see it happens in a lightning, in a flash, as a massive stinger descends from above Hazel and pierces into her back. Whoa! His huge insectoid legs is a colossal, monstrous bee, perhaps the queen, descends, guarding her honey as Hazel begins to get carried off. I need everyone to roll for initiative. As you're gonna take some damage.
Holy shit! Wow.
Didn't see that.
Fall and
Does Grumly step on a bee?
Clink down the stairs.
Grumbly, yeah. That's a great question.
What?
Does Grumly step on a bee?
So Grumly steps on a bee.
Oh gosh, I stepped on a bee.
Stepped on a bee.
You step up. This is probably the smallest bee in its this, and it just completely goes through your armor.
Thank you for that.
No, this.
Absolute trash.
That's what they're saying.
Hazel, you're gonna take some piercing and poison damage.
Let's go to the end.
Let's go.
What a great question.
23 points of damage total, piercing and poison. And it causes a saving throw.
23.
Yeah.
All right, and that is a jacket done.
My dex is +0.
Going pretty fast. Now I can work on her belt tomorrow.
Good news.
Yeah.
This is in combat.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you know the one.
What is it? Oh, yeah, why not, right? Yeah.
Fucking what?
Do you know how little that narrows it down?
He knows exactly what I mean.
Because you're twin. Twin brain strikes
It's
again.
that
Twin
new song,
brain.
basically.
song?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
No,
I mean,
we really don't. Still don't.
I mean, I know a lot of these songs.
Alright, that is it for tonight. I will be definitely clipping the spider attack earlier. Y'all have a great night. Be blessed. And thank you for